Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at the state of altcoins. In these videos, we look at the general market for the altcoin market, its strength against Bitcoin, and just general trajectory. These videos, we usually look at the BTC.D, which is Bitcoin dominance, where the chart is representative of how much the Bitcoin market cap encompasses the entire cryptocurrency market cap. We also look at total 2 divided by the BLX, which is another way to look at that. But let's go ahead and jump right in. So taking a look at BTC.D, um, as you can see, actually, on my watch list and probably on yours too, altcoins are doing fairly well today. Ethereum's up 4%, Chainlink's almost up 5.5%, Uniswap's up 10% against Bitcoin, Basic Attention Token up 3, Cardano's neutral. Um, what else? What else? VeChain is neutral. Tezos is up 2.5%. Aave is up 9%, 10%. Things are doing very, very well. And you can kind of see that right now during the start of the week. So this week we're down, 0.64 percentage points um, against on the Bitcoin dominance chart. So altcoins are gaining momentum. The previous week we dropped two full percentage points, and so you could see that we are kind of zigzagging our way up, right? Now the premise, or in one of my previous videos on altcoin dominance and just the state of the altcoin market, we can see that there are periods where Bitcoin dominance does trend up. In that time, you can see pullbacks along the way up. But in all seriousness, it just generally trends up on the weekly for a certain amount of days, and we've measured all of those periods and found that it's around 133 days. We're currently in our eighth week of Bitcoin being below the 20-week moving average. And so it's been around, by the end of this week, it's going to be about 56 days. So just less than half of what our projected timeline is. Now, keep in mind that it can take longer, it can take shorter. We talked about this yesterday when just talking about Bitcoin. And potentially crossing the 20-week moving average. We know that the 20-week moving average is trending down. And if the 20-week moving average is getting at a lower and lower price, at some point Bitcoin can swing up and hit the 20-week moving average, potentially breaking it. In which case, if that happens in the next month, then obviously it's going to be like under 133 days. So we're keeping an open mind for that. We're um, just making it just marking it to see what is likely and what can happen, right? So 133 days is likely, looking at all the other periods of Bitcoin dominance trending up. And we also have days where it's 56 days, like this period here. 77 days is also possible, like here, etc. So let's take a look at the daily on Bitcoin dominance, and we'll take a look here that it's a little easier to see the higher lows of Bitcoin dominance and the higher highs. All right, so we'll see how this plays out. If history is to repeat itself for this trend, we should get ourselves a higher low at some point. So anywhere between here and say here, in this general area, we should see some kind of bounce from Bitcoin dominance. But again, we're keeping an open mind of that. Having said that, let's take a look at total 2 divided by the BLX. So this chart, I haven't gotten to yet, but total 2 is the total cryptocurrency market cap uh, minus Bitcoin, the Bitcoin market cap. And the BLX is just the longest, like, an index for Bitcoin dating back to 2011. So this here shows us how much can the total cryptocurrency market cap minus Bitcoin buy Bitcoin. So in this case, the entire market altcoin market cap is worth about 23.373 million Bitcoin. Uh, Obviously, there's a caveat to it. You know, the prior all-time high is 30 million Bitcoin, and there is no such thing as 30 million Bitcoin. But bear with me here. This kind of just shows how much the altcoin market is worth, um, not in dollar terms, right, and in Bitcoin terms. And so we could see kind of the opposite of what we see here against BTC.D. Instead of it going up and down, it's going down then up, right? So you could see the past few weeks we've been trending down, which means that uh, the altcoin market cap is buying less and less. Bitcoin is worth less and less Bitcoin, meaning Bitcoin is outpacing the market, or at least bleeding less than the market. And with especially with today, I want to remind everyone. Yes, 4% Ethereum or a 5% rally from Chainlink is great. 10% rally for Uniswap is amazing. But I doubt that they're ever going to hit their prior all-time highs or their local highs. For chain like this, maybe Ethereum this, for example, they're not going to hit their prior all-time highs until um, until Bitcoin is back on track, until Bitcoin is back above the 20-week moving average. And until then, we are just, literally, I doubt that we're going to hit that. We could rally hard. I mean, we can get to the prior local highs, which is another roughly 23% move up. That's entirely possible. But I don't think we're ever going to break it. So with that said, uh, enjoy the rally, but keep an open mind. Just as much as you're keeping an open mind that it might not take 133 days, keep an open mind that we might not actually break the prior all-time highs for altcoins and their market caps. With that said, we'll see how low this trend goes, right? Um, for me, this rectangle here is kind of an area that I'm looking at between 15 to 18 million Bitcoin. That's something that I am looking at in terms of a rebound, a macro rebound. And bear in mind, this also takes into consideration that it's going to take more than just 8 weeks for Bitcoin to get back above the 20-week moving average. It also means that Bitcoin's most likely going to get rejected off the 20-week moving average the first time around. That's going to take some time. I don't know how long. It's probably going to take months. But by the end of it, we should be in this area here or above it. I'll keep an open mind. And that's when we're going to see some kind of rebound in a form of recovery. But again, after all of that, it all depends on Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin's up 2% today, which is great. But you know, realistically speaking, we're still playing in this region here. We're just moving sideways in this region and haven't had any kind of decisive move yet from Bitcoin. We've had wicks way below in the week, but we've recovered. And so essentially, we're just moving sideways for now. Uh, we have to wait for that decisive move from Bitcoin, whether it wants to make a move to the 20-week moving average, in which case we can then talk about how Bitcoin might break it, but most likely it will get rejected. And so with that said, with altcoins, it's kind of a wash, except for Chainlink, which I've done many videos about on how it's able to outperform Bitcoin during times when Bitcoin's below the 20-week moving average. So Chainlink is one that I am closely looking at every day, um, in seeing how it's going to move during this period. Anyway, that's all for today, you guys. Bitcoin dominance is waning, but again, we're creating higher lows on the weekly charts and on the daily. You can see it on the daily. It's actually easier to look at it on the daily. So altcoins will gain strength, but I believe at some point it will create a higher low on the chart where Bitcoin either drops and altcoin valuations drop harder, or Bitcoin rallies and outpaces the market. One of the two will happen, or should happen, rather. Anyway, that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.